What's up guys, it's Ronson here and this is the 5th episode of the Lille Lads and this is a February and March update. We'll just click here. Papi Cisse, we signed him in January, has won League 1 Player of the Month for March and he was also top goal scorer, which is why he scored 7 goals in 5 games, which was very good, and he got himself goal of the month. So we'll just have a quick wee view of this in the Evian game, well, if it'll load, hopefully. So, been a good few months. As you can see, Real Madrid, we got them in the bloody Champions League. But here we go, Cisse running through, he's still going, just goes straight through the middle of those two players, and puts a tidy wee finish into the bottom right hand corner. Pretty nice. So yeah, there we go. But board confidence update, made a profit, that's all good. Real Madrid, and as you can see, that is in the Champions League quarter final. But we'll just go into the fixtures and then we'll be able to see how the first leg went. The first game of this episode was against Valencia, and so we beat them 3-1. We hadn't been on form before this game, and I was worried again as we went 1-0 down to a Gregory Puyol goal in the 33rd minute, but we came back with a corner goal from Bassa and then 2 good goals from Eden Hazard, who is on good form this game. 52% possession, 7 shots on target with 11 overall. They had more overall shots, but they were squandering our chances, whereas we took the little chances that we had. So a nice wee victory, and yeah, a good victory, and my phone's going off. We then beat Social Montby 4-0, which was a really surprising result. Eden Hazard continuing his good run of form. They scored an own goal, and Papi Cisse got his first goal for the club, even though we got a player sent off at half time. They had 20 shots, 8 on target, 54% possession. We only had 3 shots on target and still managed to win 4-0. So this game was amazing. I have no idea how we managed to win it, but it was a really good goal because Social Montby were just behind us, and it gave us a bit of breathing room, because really Marseille were running away with the title at this point, and at this moment in time they've pretty much won the table. It's not confirmed, but I don't think anyone's going to get anywhere near catching them. But it was a really good victory and I'm happy with that. Also, that text was from Tesco Mobile saying triple club points, and the last game I forgot to mention was the Coupe de la Ligue semi-final. We then lost to Bordeaux away in the French Cup 11th round. Moussa Sow scored in the 2nd minute before they got a penalty in the 19th, and then Salah scored just at half time. They deserved it, to be honest. We weren't exactly great. Papi Cisse wasn't playing, and it was Moussa Sow. Sow didn't play badly, but then again, it wasn't Sow's inability to take the chances. We just didn't create enough chances to actually get a goal, and really, I wasn't too annoyed because it was the cup rather than anything else. Had it been the league, I would have been a bit more annoyed, but it was the sort of French FA Cup, and I'm not too disappointed about that. We played Bordeaux back to back, and then we played them in the league at home, and we did manage to get an 89th minute goal through Dimitri Payet, who is quite a good player actually. He does pop up with important goals here and there, and it was no more than we deserved, no less than we deserved I should say, and 12 shots, 5 on target, slightly less possession, but we took our chances and they did not. So it was a good win, and continued our good run of form in the league, even though we weren't doing too well in cup competitions. We then came up against Rangers in our first knockout round leg of the Champions League. They took the lead through Stephen Naismith in the 41st minute, before Moussa Sow hit back with 2 goals straight after each other. Then Pedretti got one with a nice wee sort of free kick goal. Basically Hazard passed it to him just outside the box, he smacked it in off the bar. Then Naismith got another one back for Rangers to make it 3-2, but Rosenau confirmed the victory in the 89th minute with a corner goal. They had slightly more shots, but we had more on target. We had a little bit more possession, some more bookings than they did, and it was a really good game, 4-2, 6 goals, and it was away as well, so it would have been pretty difficult for Rangers to actually get back from that, and as you'll see, they didn't in the next couple of fixtures. Our good run of form in the league came to an abrupt end against FC Lorient with a shocking 1-0 loss that we were really not expecting. We had less possession, less shots, and the same on target. Really, we were really poor this game. We couldn't do anything, and they pretty much had one chance and they took it, and we really had no chances. We couldn't create anything this game. I'm not sure if Hazard was playing. No, Hazard wasn't playing, and I think that's why. Our creative force, we really need him for creative. I mean, we can get by without him, but he's really helpful, and he's really creative, and he's what drives the team forward. We ended February with a 1-1 draw against Stade Rennais FC. Kim Young-woo taking the lead in the 24th minute for Papi Cisse equalising in the 71st, and we probably could have gone on to win this one. We had more shots, more on target, and we were just a bit unlucky this game. Didn't really go our way, although Stade Rennais are a good side, so I wasn't too disappointed, just slightly, because we could have gone on to win this game. We then bounced back in the league with a 3-1 win over Auxerre, put Moussa Sow to the side because Papi Cisse hadn't been playing too well, and he scored himself. No, Papi Cisse was injured actually, or no, he was suspended. Right, well, Sow came into the side and scored himself a hat-trick against Auxerre. It didn't look good for us as they scored in the 5th minute, and it wasn't looking great, but we did come back. Sow scoring one in the 31st, the 33rd, then the 54th. 18 shots, 9 on target, 54% possession, taking our chances, but Hazard got himself injured for 2 weeks, which was not good, and we didn't really miss him, though we did manage to play well enough, as you'll see in the next couple of fixtures. Rangers then came to our stadium, and we beat them 2-0. Quite comprehensively, one in the 2nd, one in the 5th minute, and then we just sat back for the rest of the game and just played keep ball. 11 shots, 5 on target, but 61% possession, as I said. We just kept the ball, and Rangers sort of seemed pretty defeated, and didn't really do much about it, to be honest. They just sort of sat back as well, and it was a pretty dull game after those 2 goals. Then the best and most ridiculous game of this episode was a 5-3 victory at Lyon away. And this was amazing. Lyon took the lead through Bafétimbi Gomis, and it was a bit of a bullshit goal, the first goal. Basically, he kicked Landreau in the head and then just placed it in because Landreau let go of it because he kicked him in the bloody head, which wasn't great. But then we quickly took the lead, equalised, and Marco Bassa heading it in from a free kick. We then managed to take the lead through Papi Cisse in the 16th minute, which was pretty good, before they went and equalised again in the 26th minute. Then Chris scored an own goal in the 34th minute, and then Florent Balmont put us 4-2 ahead, which was pretty good. Then they got one back, 4-3, with Bafétimbi. Is that how you say it? Bafétimbi Gomis got his hat-trick in the 67th to make it 4-3, and then Chris scored his second own goal of the match in the 70th minute to pretty much confirm the victory, and the game sort of calmed down. Everyone had tired themselves out after that, and it was a really good victory. And Lyon, I think their manager almost got sacked but managed to avoid it, and they're not doing great in the table, to be honest, but still they're a good team, and it's a very good result, especially away from home. We then had Valencians at home, and we beat them pretty easily, 4-0. Papi Cisse scoring twice in the 33rd and the 41st minute for Payet in the 49th, and then Balmont in the 63rd. Pedretti got himself sent off in the 40th, but it didn't really affect us, as Valencians had 11 shots, but none were on target. They had slightly more possession, mostly because we had somebody sent off, and Hazard had a really good game, and this was a game he returned, and he got 2 really good assists for Papi Cisse, and Valencians didn't really do anything, or did absolutely nothing, and it was another good victory, continuing our good run of form. The penultimate game of this episode was a Champions League quarter-final, leg 1, and it didn't go too greatly for us, to be honest. We got beat 4-1, and to be honest, it was a pretty fair result. They absolutely battered us. Same amount of possession, but they had 26 shots, 16 on target. We had 11 with 7 on target. So to be honest, it wasn't too bad. We didn't play that badly. We just couldn't create. and Ronaldo scored in the 17th, then Pepe from a corner. Sau grabbed one back and was sort of thinking, oh, maybe we can keep it at 2-1, and then Higuain scored in the 48th, then the 69th, put us 4-1 down, and then I'm really not expecting to get anything from the Bernabeu when we play them on Wednesday, so 2 days away. So yeah, I think that's pretty much our good Champions League run finished. We were expected to get knocked out of the group stages, I should say, but to get this far is good. And kind of annoying we drew Real Madrid. There were a couple of more weaker teams like Valencia or Zenit or Dortmund, but we managed to draw Real Madrid. So it's unlucky, but hopefully next season we can strengthen the side and maybe get to the semi-final. Our next game was against Toulouse, and considering we lost 3-0 to them last time, this wasn't too bad, although it could have been a lot better, meaning we had 67% possession, we just couldn't do anything with it. I mean, 16 shots, only 5 on target. Papi Cisse picked up another 2 goals, but they managed to score a goal in the first minute and the 37th minute, so we were trailing both times, and both of their goals were a bit, the first one maybe not, but the second one was a bit lucky, and we were kind of unfortunate to go down here, and I wouldn't really blame the team. It was more just bad luck. Maybe we could have put more of our chances away, but well, it's not a bad way to end this episode, and that's not bad, and I'm quite happy with that. This is how the league table stands. Marseille are already into the Europa League. They are 14 points ahead of us. Third are Stade Rennais with 4th, Lorient quite far behind. Stade Rennais, well, this is a really, really weird table, to be fair. Paris Saint-Germain 15th, Bordeaux 11th, Montpellier have fallen right down the table to 9th, Lyon only in 6th, but Marseille powered ahead and they've pretty much beaten everyone. Stade Rennais are only real competitors for 2nd, Lorient I don't think they'll come up to 2nd, and hopefully we've got a lot higher, 10 more goal difference and 3 points ahead, so hopefully we can just keep up our current run of form, and we should be able to see out the season in the next 2 months, April and May, and we should be able to, so that'll probably be the end of season, and then I'll do a sort of end of season, pre-season summary, and then I'll ask, do you guys want monthly updates or do you want bi-monthly, because I just wanted to have longer episodes, but here we go. We were 2nd on goals, 3rd on conceded, average attendance, we're not there, and good run of form at the moment, 4 wins, 1 draw. Player stats, Moussa Sow is still in 2nd with 17, behind Victor Montano. 3rd in pass completion is Pedretti. Assists, Eden Hazard, top by absolutely miles, or by 5, which is still quite a lot, with 18. Eden Hazard, top of the average rating with 7.73, followed by Moussa Sow, who's in 4th with 7.45. Man of the matches, Eden Hazard's joint 1st with Lisandro Lopez and Victor Montano with 6. Moussa Sow's in 7th with 4. Red cards, Papa Suarez 2nd with 2, so not great for Papa Suarez, but he's a nice player and I don't mind that. Quickly we'll just check our fixtures for the next episode and then I'll finish that. Right, so actually I think, yep, we're going to the end of the season next episode, guys. So we've got a game against Real Madrid, which won't go well, I don't think, so well. Stade Brestois away, which should hopefully be an easy victory, along with the Ajaccio game. So should Montpellier in the Coupe de la Ligue final. Hopefully that'll be a win for us, win a piece of silverware, that would be nice. Then we play Dijon away, which shouldn't be too difficult. Paris Saint-Germain at home will be difficult. Nice away might cause us problems. Cannes at home, I'd like to say it might be easy, but after our last result against Cannes away, I'm not too hopeful. Then we have Montpellier away, which hopefully will be a good win, and then Nancy-Lorraine at home. So actually, that's the same. Those last 3 games are the first 3 games we started with. We started against Nancy-Lorraine, then we played Montpellier, then we played Cannes. Well. So, well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys, and if you did, then leave us a like or a favourite or whatever, and subscribe so you can see the next episode.